Okay, so let us start now with the third, I think, episode of Mahatma Gandhi and the movements and episodes related to Mahatma Gandhi. In this series, I am discussing modern history with you through how things are flowing along with personalities like Mahatma Gandhi. So we started from the life of Mahatma Gandhi, initial life of Mahatma Gandhi, and then we started how Mahatma Gandhi when come back from South Africa in 1915, then how regional movements were initiated, Champaran, Kheda, Ahmedabad, and then All India movement, Rowlatt Act, Anti-Rowlatt Act movement by Gandhiji. And because of Anti-Rowlatt Act movement, how this Jallianwala Bagh episode took place, that is what we left last time. Now let's enter a little bit into that, little more detail into that. So I told you in the previous video that Jallianwala में महात्मा गांधी ने एक ऑल ओवर इंडिया रॉलेट एक्ट के अगेंस्ट एक हड़ताल डिक्लेयर किया था एंड टू मेक दैट सक्सेसफुल leaders were moving in different part of India and some leaders were coming to Punjab. They were arrested in Delhi and they were not permitted to reach Punjab or Amritsar. So on the day of Baisakhi, 13th April, there was peaceful gathering in Jallianwala Bagh actually in Amritsar, and there was martial law declared in Punjab by General Dyer, and he opened fire on the people and a couple of hundreds of people died there. That is called Jallianwala Bagh episode. Now we move little forward and we go into depth of that. So this all is, can you see this is India Gate, in Delhi. If you go to India Gate, you'll find the names written on India Gate. You will find that people, Mesopotamia, Iran, Iraq, these areas, Africa, East Africa, Persia, ये सारी जगहों पे इंडियन सोल्जर्स वर फाइटिंग इन वर्ल्ड वॉर वन. That is 1914 to 1919 world war one was going on, and Indian soldiers were fighting along with British forces in this war. So Indian leaders asked the Indians that you please help British in world war one, and maybe after world war is over, British will give us self rule, self home rule, something like that. This Defense of India Act is something which is important to know. What is the Defense of India Act? Whenever there is a war in Indian constitution, even today, there is article 352 through which you can impose emergency in India. Under article 352 you can impose emergency, and whenever there is a war or external aggression, emergency can be imposed. In the emergency, certain of your fundamental rights are suspended, like right to freedom of expression or free movement, they are curtailed, suspended. Similarly, now in World War One, when it was going on, that time also emergency was imposed in the form of Defense of India Act 1915. So during emergency, the power is assumed by executives. पुलिस के पास ज्यादा पावर आ जाती है. जैसे आपने देखा कोविड में भी शटडाउन जब हुआ तो पुलिस इज कंट्रोलिंग योर मूवमेंट्स. यू कैन नॉट फ्रीली मूव फ्रॉम वन स्टेट टू अनदर स्टेट. मेनी ऑफ अस हैव सीन दिस फर्स्ट टाइम इन अवर लाइफ टाइम, बिकॉज हमने कभी इमरजेंसी देखा नहीं. तो we how can I not go to Delhi, and from Delhi to Bombay I cannot go? So that kind of thing we never saw. So movement are curtailed. तो emergency के time पे police acquires more power. You can be imprisoned if you don't listen to them, and you can be detained, you can be searched, those kind of things. तो World War One जब चल रहा था तो Defense of India Act British लेके आया, and that was sort of emergency act, एंड बेसिकली जो वर्ल्ड वॉर वन के टाइम पे ब्रिटिश इंडिया ने ब्रिटिश वॉर एफर्ट में अपने मेन एंड रिसोर्सेज को यूज किया, and many of our soldiers, they served in Europe, Africa, East, and all these places they served. So we were serving along with British in all part of the world. Now Defense of India Act क्यों लगाया गया, उसके पीछे रीजन है. When rest of the India soldiers, सारे इंडिया से, they were supporting British except two main states, बंगाल एंड पंजाब के जो लीडर्स थे यहाँ पे. सो बंगाल एंड पंजाब में एंटी ब्रिटिश सेंटिमेंट्स बहुत ज्यादा थे, एंड बंगाल एंड पंजाब के जो रिवोल्यूशनरी लीडर्स थे उस टाइम पे, दे वर अगेंस्ट ब्रिटिश, एंड दे वर ऑफ द ओपिनियन के वर्ल्ड वॉर वन में ब्रिटिश इज ऑलरेडी वीक, सो लेट्स डिफीट देम, लेट्स क्रिएट सम काइंड ऑफ म्यूटिनी. म्यूटिनी तुम्हें पता ना, फोर्स, फौज के बीच में देश, फौज के बीच में वो बगावत हो जाना, दैट इज कॉल्ड म्यूटिनी. So majority of the soldiers in British India were from India only. You know, they were Indians, or they were Hindus or Muslims and all. So some of the revolutionary leaders thought to bring mutiny in the British India forces. So जो भी ब्रिटिश आर्मी है उसमें म्यूटिनी करवाते हैं उनके पास। जैसे 1857 में म्यूटिनी हुआ था उसी लाइन पे, जैसे 1857 में म्यूटिनी हुआ था उसी लाइन पे म्यूटिनी करवाते हैं ब्रिटिश फोर्सेस के अंदर। इंडियंस को बोलेंगे कि तुम म्यूटिनी कर दो, ब्रिटिश को मार डालो एंड लेट्स हैव इंडिपेंडेंस। ये आइडिया कंसीव किया पंजाब एंड बंगाल के कुछ रिवोल्यूशनरी लीडर्स ने, और इसका पता चल गया ब्रिटिश को। सो ब्रिटिश ने डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट इसीलिए लगाया भी कि हम इसको कंट्रोल कर सकें। सो नेक्स्ट वाज बंगाल एंड पंजाब में एंटी कॉलोनियल एक्टिविटीज बहुत ज्यादा थी, रिवोल्यूशनरी अटैक हो रहे थे इस जगह पे, एंड पंजाब वाज वन ऑफ द स्टेट्स जो बहुत ज्यादा बेसिकली इस चीज में एक्टिव था। पंजाब से कुछ रिवोल्यूशनरी जो यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स एंड जर्मनी में थे, बाद में मैं आपके साथ डिटेल में डिस्कस करूंगा। गदर पार्टी एक बनी थी सैन फ्रांसिस्को में, यूएस में गदर पार्टी बनी थी, एंड गदर पार्टी में पंजाब के मेजॉरिटी रिवोल्यूशनरी जो थे, एजुकेटेड लोग पंजाब के, दे मेड अप बेसिकली पार्टी इन यूएसए, एंड यूएसए एंड जर्मन वाज फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट ब्रिटिश। सो जर्मन में भी हमें सपोर्ट मिल जाता। तो जर्मन और यूएसए में जो हमारे लीडर्स थे, एजुकेटेड लोग थे, उन्होंने एक पार्टी बनाई गदर पार्टी, एंड उसका मेन पर्पस था कि ब्रिटिश फोर्सेस के अंदर म्यूटिनी क्रिएट करवाया जाए, म्यूटिनी क्रिएट करवाया जाए और ब्रिटिश को डिफीट किया जाए। उन्होंने पैन इंडिया म्यूटिनी इन ब्रिटिश आर्मी प्लान किया फरवरी 1915 में। दे प्लान के 1915 फरवरी, व्हेन वर्ल्ड वॉर इज गोइंग ऑन, हम म्यूटिनी करवाएंगे। बट ऑब्वियसली वो ब्रिटिश को पता लग गया एंड दिस प्लान कुड नॉट गेट सक्सेसफुल। गदर पार्टी जो बनी थी दैट वाज इन सैन फ्रांसिस्को, दैट वाज द बेसिकली वेस्टर्न कोस्ट ऑफ अमेरिका। सो यू सी दिस इज द मैप ऑफ अमेरिका, न्यूयॉर्क वगैरह इस तरफ आते हैं आपके, एंड दिस इज सैन फ्रांसिस्को कैलिफोर्निया में। तो यहाँ पे वो गदर पार्टी बनी थी, फॉर्मेशन उसका हुआ था। डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट था क्या? गदर पार्टी सपोर्टर्स इंडिया में आ चुके थे और उनको कंट्रोल करने के लिए ब्रिटिश वांटेड कि एक हमारे पास एक ऐसा लॉ हो जिससे हम इमरजेंसी लॉ की तरह से यूज कर सकें और उनको कंट्रोल कर सकें। इट वॉज सिमिलर टू डिफेंस ऑफ रियलम एक्ट इन ब्रिटेन। ब्रिटेन में भी ऐसा एक एक्ट था जिसको डिफेंस ऑफ रियलम एक्ट बोलते थे। तो इट वॉज ऑन द सिमिलर लाइन। इट प्रोवाइडेड मोर एग्जीक्यूटिव पावर्स टू बेसिकली एग्जीक्यूटिव्स, इट प्रोवाइडेड मोर पावर्स टू एग्जीक्यूटिव्स टू बेसिकली कंट्रोल दिस काइंड ऑफ रिवॉल्यूशन। तो सिंस ब्रिटिश वर नोइंग दैट Indians are planning, गदर मूवमेंट पीपल आर प्लानिंग सम काइंड ऑफ म्यूटिनी इन इंडिया, इसलिए डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट बनाया गया था। नाउ planned February mutiny was ultimately thwarted, that means stopped by British intelligence, and they infiltrated into Gadar party movement. उनको पता लग गया गदर पार्टी मूवमेंट क्या है, and they could stop this mutiny. But they still were under the threat from militant movement in India, and hence Defense of India Act 1915 create किया गया, and through this lot of power was given to the executives, and Michael O Dyer जो लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर थे पंजाब के, he was the most I mean he was in the favor of this kind of Defense of India Act, and he was in the favor कि yes, more power should be given to the executives and this movement should be curtailed. देखो माइकल ओ डायर इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द जनरल डायर जिन्होंने गोलियां चलवाई थी। ही इज अ लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर, ही इज नॉट अ मिलिट्री फेलो। माइकल ओ डायर इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम जनरल डायर, फाइन। सो ये लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर थे एंड इन्होंने सपोर्ट किया था कि हाँ, गदर पार्टी मूवमेंट को पंजाब में सपोर्ट नहीं मिलनी चाहिए। इन द मीन टाइम क्या हुआ, अच्छा ये सब चीज चल रहा था, गदर पार्टी मूवमेंट में दोबारा आऊंगा उसमें, गदर पार्टी मूवमेंट कैसे कैसे ग्रो कर गई। 1913 में गदर पार्टी बनी एंड 14 में दे केम, दे वर मेकिंग देयर ऑफिसेज, एंड 1915 में उन्होंने कुछ प्लान किया तो डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट आया। नो वर्ल्ड वॉर वाज गोइंग ऑन एंड ब्रिटिश वांटेड द सपोर्ट ऑफ इंडियन इन द वॉर। तो ब्रिटिश ने अगस्त डिक्लेरेशन 1970 किया, अगस्त डिक्लेरेशन। सो इसको बोलते हैं मॉन्टेग्यू डिक्लेरेशन या अगस्त डिक्लेरेशन 1917। इसमें क्या हुआ, मॉन्टेग्यू वाज सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट फॉर इंडिया, यू नो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट। सो ही मेड अ हिस्टोरिक डिक्लेरेशन इन द हाउस ऑफ कॉमन्स, दैट इज लोअर हाउस ऑफ ब्रिटेन। हाउस ऑफ कॉमन में उन्होंने एक ब्रिटिश पॉलिसी इन इंडिया डिक्लेयर किया कि व्हाट ब्रिटिश वांट फॉर इंडियन, व्हाट ब्रिटिश वांट फॉर इंडियन। एंड लेट मी टेल यू, एट दैट टाइम एनी बेसेंट हो गए या तिलक हो गए, they were asking for home rule. Home rule movement में बाद में डिस्कस करूंगा. They were asking कि once world war is over, then British should give us home rule or some sort of swaraj, self governance. We are not asking independence, लेकिन हमें और independence मिले rule करने के लिए. Self governance is required. So keeping that thing in mind, this was the policy they declared for India. So Montagu, who was a Secretary of State and he's the minister, he declared this as a policy of British for India, increasing the association of Indian in every branch of administration and gradual development of self-governing institution with view to progressive realization of responsible government in India as an integral part of British Empire. So they said that we will give Indian some sort of we will give some Indian some sort of self-governing institutes. Self-governing institutes will create for Indian. That is what basically was the policy they declared. Soon after that, Montagu visited India in November 1917 and he discussed with every political group in India what kind of constitutional reform is to be done. And in 1918, he made this particular law, which later on became Government of India Act 1919. So Government of India Act 1919 we have already discussed in polity. So that was basically the outcome of अगस्त डिक्लेरेशन 1917. अब अगस्त डिक्लेरेशन 1917 वर्ल्ड वॉर वन के टाइम पे आया था टू मेक इंडियन हैप्पी एंड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919 वाज आल्सो रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट. So through Government of India Act 1919, they gave some sort of self-governing and associated more Indian in legislative assemblies and imperial legislative council, those kind of things. They added Indian in the administration. Anyhow, now some people were happy with this Augusta declaration, some were not happy. So some moderates felt it is Magna Carta. Magna Carta मैं already discuss कर चुका हूं. That means government का रूल डिक्लेयर करना कि गवर्नमेंट की रिस्ट्रिक्शंस क्या हैं. सो सम सॉर्ट ऑफ रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑन द गवर्नमेंट. तो मैग्ना कार्टा फॉर इंडिया, जबकि बाकियों ने बोला है कुछ भी नहीं है, दिस इज यूजलेस, यू नो. एंड एक डिवीजन हो गया इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस में 1918 में, बिकॉज सम ऑफ द मॉडरेट्स, गर्म नरम दल के नेता जिनमें सुरेंद्र नाथ बनर्जी भी थे, they walked out of this newly formed, basically they created a new party, National Liberal League he formed in 1918, जो बाद में All India Liberal Federation बनी. तो सुरेंद्र नाथ बनर्जी was the founding member of Indian National Congress in 1885. जब Indian National Congress बना था 1885 में, तो सुरेंद्र नाथ बनर्जी was the founding member of that. Now Surendra Nath Banerjee walked out of Indian National Congress in 1918 because of this Augusta declaration. He said this is not good and Indian National Congress should not accept it and oppose it. And Indian National Congress on the other hand was giving support to British in the war, because Gandhiji had already come in 1915 and he was of the opinion that at this point we should support British so that after the war is over we could bargain with British for India, something for India. So what was Montagu Chelmsford reform? तो 1919 में ये बना था, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919 इसको बोलते हैं. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज इसमें थी कि दे क्रिएटेड डायरकी. Diarchy means entire subject in the provinces. Diarchy in the provinces they created. So some reserved and transferred subjects were created. Some subjects were kept under governor, which governor was to make with the help of his executives, and another was through his legislative council. So वो diarchy उसको बोलते हैं. And more government control was there put on provinces, but not federal, that is center में नहीं था. Provinces को basically प्रोविंशियल सब्जेक्ट्स, इंडियन कंट्रोल्ड सब्जेक्ट्स कुछ बना दिए गए. मैंने बताया आपको ट्रांसफर्ड सब्जेक्ट एंड रिजर्व्ड सब्जेक्ट्स कुछ ऐसे बना दिए गए. सो हर 10 साल के बाद वी विल अगेन सी द लॉ दैट वाज आल्सो declared in government of India Act 1919. और 10 साल क्या 8 साल के बाद 1927 में then this Simon Commission visited India. So that was basically the part of this particular thing. So Simon Commission also visited India after this. Now Montagu Chelmsford Reform 1919 and Rowlatt Act, these two are basically similar. At the same time they came. Montagu-Chelmsford reform, I told you, that was outcome of August Declaration 1917, and then British came out with the act or law for India that came out to be Government of India Act 1919, which we have already discussed in polity in detail. So they gave diarchy to the provinces, and some kind of Indians were more and more Indian were added to the administration, or more and more Indians were added to the policy making domains. रॉलेट एक्ट 1919 में आया. रॉलेट एक्ट था क्या? वर्ल्ड वॉर 1919 में खत्म हो गया था. डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1915 चल रहा था, एंड रॉलेट एक्ट क्या था? वी विल डिस्कस नाउ अबाउट दिस. वर्ल्ड वॉर इज ओवर नाउ, एंड व्हाट इंडियन आर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि आफ्टर द वर्ल्ड वॉर नाउ ब्रिटिश विल गिव अस मोर एंड मोर सेल्फ रूल. But British were feeling that still they are threatened. Still there are revolutionary movements in Punjab, Bengal and all in rest part of India. And after all these years of war, many Indians died abroad, and the situation in country is not pro British. It is not good. So British wanted that we should have more power and authority to suppress any kind of a revolt, and for that we want to continue with the emergency in India, एंड डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1915 को हमें कंटिन्यू करना है. तो रॉलेट ने ये एडवाइस किया कि रॉलेट एक्ट, व्हाट वाज द रॉलेट एक्ट वाज कि लेट्स एक्सटेंड डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट इवन आफ्टर वॉर. दैट वाज रॉलेट एक्ट. बट गांधी जी हु सपोर्टेड India, British during World War One, he became very angry. He thought that we wanted कि जब World War is over, British will give us some kind of sops, some kind of freedom, some kind of liberty. Listen to us, but they are extending emergency on us. सो गांधी जी डिक्लेयर्ड कि नहीं, एंटी रॉलेट एक्ट हड़ताल करते हैं पूरे इंडिया में. दैट वाज हिज फर्स्ट ऑल इंडिया मूवमेंट. So anti-British feelings were very high at that time after World War. Law and order was difficult to maintain, and इसलिए एक कमेटी बनी under Justice S.A.T. Rowlett, and he proposed that there will be Rowlett Act, and he proposed that Defense of India Act will be continued and Defense of India Act extend किया जाएगा. And गांधी जी ने एक all over India हड़ताल declare कर दी, and that was declared by Gandhiji. It was his first all India movement. Now Rowlett Act pass किया गया था 10 March 1919 को. Rowlett Act was passed, and because of the lot of expenditure in the war, money was spent, people died in the war, and also there was epidemic flu, वहां पे bubonic plague भी फैला था. Human suffering was very very high, and people were very much against British and the war in which many Indians died. During that time, Indian National Congress was having two factions, एक गरम दल एक नरम दल, extremist and moderate. 1916 में एक लखनऊ सेशन हुआ था इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस का. वी विल डिस्कस दैट इन डिटेल. इन 1916 व्हाट हैपेंड, फर्स्ट टाइम इन 1916 लखनऊ सेशन में इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस के जो दो फैक्शन थे, एक्सट्रीम एंड मॉडरेट, गरम दल नरम दल, दे केम टुगेदर along with Muslim League. So Muslim League and Indian National Congress came together. So everybody was together in 1916. And at the same time, war was going on. So that was the time when they were all equal. They were all together. Sorry. And because they were together and Rowlett Act came at that particular time, so situation was conducive. People were not very happy with the British, and hence they decided to go against British because of their decision. So in 1916, Congress was successful in having Lucknow Pact, and temporary alliance with All India Muslim League was also there. So in Lucknow session, what happened? It was the first time that extremist like Tilak was imprisoned. Before that, मैं बाद में discuss करूंगा कि जब बंगाल सेपरेशन हुआ था तो उसके बाद जो your extremists थे, they were removed from Congress, and they were basically expelled from Congress, and then Tilak was imprisoned, and Tilak came back in 1916 only. Lucknow Pact में वो वापिस आए, and जो this Lucknow session was presided over by Ambika Charan Mazumdar, and Tilak was the leader of extreme group. Annie Besant and Tilak made effort basically to come back into Indian National Congress fold. Gokhale, Firoz Shah Mehta, they were moderate leaders, whereas Tilak was extreme leader. Muslim League and Indian National Congress came first time together for Khilafat issue. अभी खिलाफत issue क्या है ये बाद में मैं आपके साथ discuss करूंगा. What is the this particular issue? So Lucknow session 1916 में was also one example with us that entire India was together just before this entire thing happened. that is Rowlatt Act happened. Augusta Declaration, I've already discussed with you what was the Augusta Declaration, what they wanted for India. And now this Augusta Declaration led to the formation of Government of India Act in 1919. So this already I discussed with you that Montagu-Chelmsford Reform or All India Act 1919 was a result of August Declaration 1917, and this was basically the reform which British brought for Indian, but Indian were not very happy with this reform. They thought that this reform is a short of what we wanted. We wanted more things, but they are not giving us those particular things. Now, at the same time, you know, what was happening was Gadar conspiracy was going on. Gadar movement was going on in, as I told you, America mein Gadar movement was going on. Even in Afghanistan, there was a group which is Mahendra Pratap's Kabul mission in Afghanistan, and also there was some kind of a relation with the Bolshevik movement of Russia. So Indian revolutionaries were having relation with the Russian revolutionaries, Afghanistan, America, German. So that revolutionary movement was going on in India. Now, to take care of this revolutionary movement in Punjab and Bengal, Sedition Committee in 1980 was formed under the chairmanship of Sidney Rowlatt. सेडिशन कमेटी के जो भी ये रिवोल्यूशनरी मूवमेंट है इसको देखो क्या हो रहा है, एंड ऑल्सो सी जर्मन बोल्शेविक लिंक क्या है, पंजाब एंड बंगाल के अंदर जो रिवोल्यूशनरी है उनका क्या लिंकेजेस है रशिया एंड जर्मन के साथ. तो रॉलेट एक्ट ने, रॉलेट कमेटी ने जो एक्ट सजेस्ट किया, लॉ सजेस्ट किया, उसमें ये बोला कि डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1915 को एक्सटेंड कर देते हैं. लेट्स एक्सटेंड डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट एंड फोर्स इट ऑन इंडिया. तो रॉलेट एक्ट 1919 वाज दिस, एंड रॉलेट कमेटी ने एडवाइज किया कि लेट्स एक्सटेंड द डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1915 in India, and this was mainly to control the terrorism, military terrorism they called it, that is revolutionaries of Bengal और पंजाब, उनको कंट्रोल करने के लिए इसको एक्सटेंड करते हैं. Now, what was Gadar Party movement? Let me discuss with you. Gadar Party movement was basically Gadar Party first जो मीटिंग हुआ था 1913 में एस्टोरिया ओरेगोन में हुआ था, एंड हेडक्वार्टर जो था इनका उसका नाम था हिंदुस्तान गदर. बेसिकली एक इसका जो हेडक्वार्टर था गदर हेडक्वार्टर उसको बोलते थे, एंड हिंदुस्तान गदर न्यूज़पेपर बेस्ड इन सैन फ्रांसिस्को कैलिफोर्निया, यहां से स्टार्टिंग हुआ था. गदर हेडक्वार्टर उसका नाम, और ये न्यूज़पेपर से उन्होंने इनिशिएट किया 1913 में, दैट वाज फ्रॉम ओरेगोन. अब इसमें लार्जली जो लोग थे गदर पार्टी मूवमेंट में वो पंजाबी इंडियन थे. देवर पीपल फ्रॉम Canada, they were people from Punjab who settled in west coast of United States, San Francisco, as I told you, Canada. इन जगहों पे वो जाके रिजाइड करना स्टार्ट कर दिए थे. तो हु वर गदराइट्स और गदर पार्टी में कौन लोग थे? दे वर लार्जली फ्रॉम पंजाब, NRIs who were in Canada or America. And which place they chose for Gadar Party headquarters and movement? They chose San Francisco. ये starting कहाँ से हुआ था? In the beginning, that was 1913 meeting, that from where the starting was there, and headquarter जो इनका था that was in San Francisco. इस गदर पार्टी का शुरू का जो नाम था that was Pacific Coast Hindustan Association. Pacific Coast Hindustan Association, and it was formed in 1913 in United States. And it was headquarter was Yugantar Ashram in San Francisco, and was taken at a meeting. It was a meeting in the town Astoria in the state Oregon. That was the basically starting headquarter Yugantar Ashram San Francisco में इन्होंने headquarter बनाया था शुरू में. इसका एग्जाम के हिसाब से you need to remember the initial name Pacific Coast Hindustan Association, and you need to know that इनका headquarter युगांतर आश्रम में था, San Francisco में था, and पहली जो meeting हुई थी that was in Astoria, Oregon State in USA. And Lala Hardyal and Son Singh Bakhana, they were the two main leaders of Gadar Party. I will tell you some more leaders also, but they were the two main leaders of Gadar Party movement. You know who were the members of this Gadar Party? They were Indian immigrants, जो NRIs थे, largely from Punjab, and they were studying in now universities like California at Berkeley. These universities they were studying. Many leaders were there. Dayal, Taraknath Das, Maulvi Barkatullah, Harnam Singh, Kartar Singh Sarabha, Vishnu Ganesh Pingle. Some names are very famous. Some names like Vishnu VG Pingle, Kartar Singh Sarabha, Lala Hardyal, Son Singh Bakhana. They are very, very famous names. Now, when World War started in 1914, तो So Ghadar party members returned to Punjab, and their main purpose was to incite some kind of armed revolution and to provide some kind of armed support to Indian troops. And they were taking help of German and Ottoman Turkey Empire also, because Germany and Turkey were against British in World War I. So what was the main modus operandi of Ghadarites? They wanted to start the revolution in India by creating mutiny in British army. इंडियंस को आर्म्स वगैरह प्रोवाइड की जाएंगी और उनको बोलेंगे कि ब्रिटिश के अगेंस्ट हो जाओ और ब्रिटिश को किल कर दो. दैट वाज द मेन modus operandi, and they were taking the help from German and Ottoman Turkey. Entire world was divided into these groups. You know, allied groups were there in which British America was one group, and then central powers were there. You know, this Turkey, German, they were central powers, what you can see. So entire world was divided into two groups. नो की मेंबर जो थे गदर पार्टी मूवमेंट के थे भाई परमानंद, सोहन सिंह बखाना, भगवान सिंह, हरदयाल, तर्क सिंह, भगत सिंह, करतार सिंह सराबा, all these were Ras Bihari Bose. They were the main leaders of Gadar party, and this was the founding member. Sohan Singh Bakhana was president, Kesar Singh vice president, Kartar Singh Saraba, he was the editor of Punjabi Gadar. So they were the main office bearer. Some names you need to remember, not all the names. Sohan Singh Bakhana and Kartar Singh Saraba, Lala Hardayal, these are the names which are very, very important. They were the people there. Now I want you to also know what was a Kama Gata Maru episode. This was a different episode. Kamagata Maru was Japanese ship, Japanese steamship, Kamagata Maru, and this ship was hired by one Sikh leader. His name was Gurdeep Singh Sandhu. He hired this Japanese ship, and the purpose was that some Punjab people from Punjab, they will sit on this ship, and this ship will go from Hong Kong to Canada, and we will settle down in Canada. That was the purpose. But Canadians were against it, and Canadians sent that ship back, and that ship came back to Calcutta. And Calcutta में British did not let these people let get down, and कुछ वहाँ लड़ाई झगड़ा हुआ और कुछ लोग जो थे पंजाब के उसमें मारे गए. And this was the Kamagata Maru episode. अब ये सारा था क्या? Let's discuss about this. A group of people from British India attempted to immigrate into Canada in 1914. But they were forced to return back to Calcutta. And when they reached Calcutta, then there was some kind of riot between British police and them, and 26 people died in that. You can see this ship, and you can see people in this particular ship. So ये शिप गई कहां से थी? हांगकांग से, शंघाई होती हुई चाइना से, योकोहामा जापान, वैनकूवर ब्रिटिश कोलंबिया कनाडा में पहुंची. And it was carrying 376 passengers from Punjab province. But when this reached Canada, Canada did not permit it to basically disembark. तो उनको वापस भेज दिया गया. When they were sent back, so they reached, and who took this entire ship? He was a Singapore businessman, Gurdeep Singh. He was the businessman in Singapore. He hired this boat, and this boat was to go from Calcutta to Vancouver, to sail from Calcutta to Vancouver. When it was a chartered ship, basically hired by Gurdeep Singh. Now, but the trouble was Gurdeep Singh at the same time also joined Gadarite cause. He said that I am in favor of Gadar movement, and in 1914 he said that, and hence when he was in Hong Kong, this is what he said. Obviously, then British and Canadian will not permit him to go forward, and will not let him get down in Canada or in India. So he also, Gadar party was founded by Indian, as we already discussed, in United States and Canada, and it is also called Hind Association of Pacific Coast. So Gurdeep Singh also said that he is in support of that. Now let me tell you the route of Komagata Maru when it started. Started from Hong Kong, Shanghai, and then Yokohama, and then Vancouver, and then from Vancouver back to Victoria, Yokohama, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Calcutta. So jate time you see this blue color is going, and then it is coming back from that basically is the coast of Canada. This is how it all went. So Calcutta में जब वो वापिस आए, तो they were not let get down, and some वहाँ पे fight हुआ, and then some people died into that. इसको बज right भी बोलते हैं. This is also called बज right, because when ship docked in बज जगह है, डॉकयार्ड है वो बज, तो पुलिस ने अरेस्ट कर दिया गुरदीप सिंह को, और जब अरेस्ट किया तो उनमें लड़ाई हुई और उसमें 20 Sikh people died into that. रॉलेट एक्ट मैंने आपसे पहले भी डिस्कस किया है। रॉलेट एक्ट एक एक्सटेंशन थी डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1915 की, और जब ये एक्सटेंशन किया गया तो पीपल वर नॉट इन फेवर ऑफ दैट, एंड अगेंस्ट दैट गांधी जी डिक्लेयर्ड कि हम रॉलेट एक्ट को सपोर्ट नहीं करते एंड एंटी रॉलेट एक्ट हड़ताल करेंगे डिटेल में, एंड पूरा इंडिया उस टाइम पे हड़ताल करेगा। सो इनॉर्मस पावर दे दी थी रॉलेट एक्ट ने पुलिस को, किसी को भी अरेस्ट कर सकते हैं, कितने भी टाइम अरेस्ट कर सकते हैं, और गांधी जी वॉज अगेंस्ट दैट, एंड मेनी पीपल बेसिकली वर प्रोटेस्टिंग अगेंस्ट दिस। तो 6 अप्रैल को हड़ताल होनी है पूरे इंडिया में, दैट इज व्हाट इट वाज डिसाइडेड। 21 मार्च को रॉलेट एक्ट केम इनटू फोर्स, एंड 10 अप्रैल को 6 अप्रैल को हड़ताल डिक्लेयर हुई, और हड़ताल हुई, इट वाज सक्सेसफुल हड़ताल। एंड 10 अप्रैल को दो लीडर सत्यपाल एंड सैफुद्दीन किचलू, दे वर अरेस्टेड इन दिल्ली। गांधी जी को तो पहले अरेस्ट कर लिया इन्होंने, गांधी जी वाज अरेस्टेड इन बॉम्बे इटसेल्फ, and these two leaders Satyapal and Saifuddin Kichlu, they were arrested in Delhi. They were to go to Punjab, and then in Punjab army rule was imposed, and then 13 अप्रैल को बैसाखी वाले दिन इन पीसफुल गैदरिंग जलियांवाला बाग में अटैक किया गया इन लोगों के ऊपर, when they were sitting in the basically peaceful gathering was there, and General Dyer opened fire on this peaceful gathering, and some people died into that. So this is how things are proceeding forward. So वर्ल्ड वॉर वन 1914 में डिक्लेयर हुआ, पंजाबी रिवोल्यूशनरीज गदर पार्टी मूवमेंट स्टार्टेड इन सैन फ्रांसिस्को यूएसए, एंड देयर मॉडुस ऑपरेंडी वाज टू कम बैक टू इंडिया। और इंडिया में जो सोल्जर्स हैं ब्रिटिश आर्मी में, उनको बोलना कि म्यूटिनी कर दो, ब्रिटिश के अगेंस्ट रिवोल्ट करते हैं। ब्रिटिश को ये बात पता चल गई, और उन्होंने म्यूटिनी को बेसिकली रोक दिया, और उन्होंने डिफेंस ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1915 लगा दिया, जो एक इमरजेंसी लॉ था जिससे रिवोल्यूशनरीज को रोका जा सके। इन द सेम एट द सेम टाइम 1916 में इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस, लखनऊ पैक्ट हुआ, इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस, मुस्लिम लीग इकट्ठे आ गए, तो इंडिया के सारे लीडर्स इकट्ठे हो गए। 1917 में उनको खुश करने के लिए अगस्त डिक्लेरेशन हुआ कि द मोमेंट वॉर इज ओवर वी विल गिव यू समथिंग, और उसी के बेस पे 1919 का मॉन्टेग्यू चेम्सफोर्ड रिफॉर्म एक्ट आया, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919 आया, बट पीपल वर नॉट हैप्पी विद दैट। और 1918 में देन रॉलेट एक्ट आ गया। जब जैसे वॉर खत्म होने लगी तो ब्रिटिश को लगा कि अब ब्रिटिश इंडियन विल एक्सपेक्ट मोर basically SOPs and more freedom, so defense of India act is to be extended because not favorable conditions are there in India, so they imposed Rowlatt Act on India, and Gandhi ji was against Rowlatt Act, and Gandhi ji declared हड़ताल। so हड़ताल हुई, बहुत से imprisonment हुए, उसी में कुछ लीडर्स को दिल्ली में इम्प्रिजन किया गया, पंजाब के अंदर लोगों ने उसी के चलते एक गैदरिंग सी की कि ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, रॉलेट एक्ट को भी बैसाखी भी है, और पंजाब में गोलियां चला दी, दैट इज जलियांवाला बाग एपिसोड 1919 तक। बीच में कोमागाता मारू एक एपिसोड हुआ, जो गुरदीप सिंह कनाडा लेके गए शिप को, एंड जब वापिस आए तो लड़ाई हुई। तो दिस ऑल एपिसोड्स आर रिलेटेड टू दैट। Best way to understand history is make some kind of linkages with the things which are happening. तो जो जो मैं आपसे डिस्कस करता जाऊंगा, start making the links of that. I will keep on discussing this history from different perspective. Slowly in the beginning you will find that things are not coming up. Slowly you will start understanding and making some sense of entire things. We'll make the links of history, politics, current, etc. and understand entire thing. Fine. So keep watching. This was the third video, and keep watching the other episodes also. Thank you.